Yeah, I mean, it's just seeing him every day in the locker room. Going to grab bites to eat, just the little stuff. It's super cool. Because we're never on the same team, never did any of that stuff, and I don't know, pretty special. Super lucky both of us are. But yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, yeah, a few things. Um, but I'll keep that between us two. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They seem to, I don't know. They said I am a little bit right now. I don't know why that is, but I guess a little bit off season will do that for you. Yeah, I feel quick. I feel pretty quick right now, so that's good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it short. Well, I mean, dude, I walked outside last night at like 8:30, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this like Southern Louisiana right now? It's so hot, and so I don't think I can't get the fro back yet until it gets cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's probably more familiar with the way we go about day to day things than any other DC that we'll face this year. I could be wrong, not really thinking about it, but you can't let that affect yourself too much, because either way, we could overreact, and because we think that he thinks this, or we could think that we think we know what he's doing and overreact. You play all kinds of brain. At the end of the day, you got to be able to block counter, and you got to be able to field counter, right? So that's what we're going to work on. Yeah, they've got a few transfer guys. It's weird watching like four different teams play football to prepare for one. Because the beginning of the year is always different, and with a new guy, and so watching a lot of different stuff. Sewell's great linebacker. Both of them going to be great. The Colorado kid, he's very good, very long, very fast. Um, I don't know, man. I'm excited to get out there and play somebody other than number five for our team. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's a little different. Um, yeah, I mean, every other year, you don't. It's uncertainty, really. I mean, last year, pretty much lucked into being able to, go out there and play, um, to an extent, obviously. But yeah, this year, I mean, it's you get fall camp, you get spring. Now we're here, it's game week. So I guess it kind of came. It's weird. It like came faster because you're so busy in the day, right? You're so busy day to day practice and all that stuff, working on little things that last year I wasn't quite as in tune because not only was I not the starter, I wasn't the second string guy. So I was like, well, probably won't happen this week, right? And so you get so caught up in the day to day and the little things that you kind of lose track of the overall. Holy cow, it's Oregon week now, and so thankfully I think we've handled it really well, and marked down on our calendars like we need to do this by this, and but yeah, I mean probably a little bit more excited than I was this time last year. Yeah, I like to go throw. I like to figure out where the clocks are, figure out like if there's a some kind of thing with the field that will throw us off, whether it's the grass or when we go to Tennessee and it's this high in the middle and really low on the outside, just little things like that. And but for me, I like to I go and I find a quiet place, whether it's the showers or whatever, and I sit there and I brush my teeth, take a shower, not in the same spot, but uh, I'll brush my teeth, take a shower, play just some old country tunes just by myself for about 15 minutes. Um, cut my fingernails and then just get ready to go. I like getting ready and taking a shower and putting on a suit before I go to work, I guess. So, but that's my thing. Um, yeah, Yeah, I've got one. I don't know if I should say it, but it's "Bubbly" by Colby Calais. I love that song. That's my song. You go from there, and then you get and then it's "Juicy" by Notorious B.I.G. Those are my two. I know I probably should have said it, but that's what it is. Hmm. Yeah, I mean it's what is experience, right? It's just being there before and understanding that hey, it's the whole Hoosiers thing. Like it's 10 feet still, right? I mean it's the same thing, but when you go to a different layout and there's 70,000 people there and something looks a little bit different, and the first time you see it, you're like, oh my God. Whether it registers or not, it just looks a little off, right? The field looks a little bit different. That at the end of the day, it's the same size, but after you play in the same stadium for a while, then you kind of get used to it. So yeah, I see what he's saying. Yeah, I mean, I think Jalen's one of those dudes that he's a quiet guy. So which he's not rah rah or anything, but he's got that look in his eye. But I mean, I wouldn't say more because I feel like Jalen's always been that guy that whenever the pads come on, it's time to go. I'd say he stepped up in the role that maybe JD and Devontae were in last year, more the leadership role. But as far as going out and execute every day, he's always done that. Yeah, I mean a ton, right? It's you can draw up on paper that you got a 14-yard steep route, but you got five different wideouts that are going to run it five different ways, and so just knowing, expecting like whenever AD's hip turn, okay, well now let's throw, right? Or lad's elbow, now let's throw, right? Or just little things like that that you can't think about or you wouldn't know until you do have those 1,000 extra reps. Hmm. Well, I think that's what when people are like, do you play with a chip on your shoulder? Um, like that's where if you do, then that's when that question comes into question, right? You know if this guy could only be Superman whenever everybody thought that he couldn't be, well then what happens whenever everybody does think he can be, right? Does he have that extra edge? And so that's why, good or bad, like I really don't worry about what other people have to say. Like it all comes from within. Like for me, because I don't know, I know what it feels like, I know what it looks like to be good, and I want to be that for me and for my teammates, not to prove anybody wrong or not to shut up the doubters and all that stuff. And now, if we're gonna say that there's none this year, I don't know about that either. But um, I don't know. I take it how it comes. It's ebbs and flows for me. Um, I just wake up and try to be better than the dude next to me. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it depends on each and every play. Um, I've got, there's, you got drop back, you got play action, you got quick game, you got, RPOs, you got just smoke breaks, we call them, where we just hand the ball off and no worries for that play, right? But most every play, it's all right. Do we have issue over here? Is it protection or is it run? Do I need to check it over here? Do I need to switch protection? Or what coverage are they going to run? Is this route good for that? All right, it's not, but it's also 2nd and 10. Let's not make it 3rd and 10, right? Let's make it 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, right? Let's be smart about that. And so it really, I mean, it depends on what personnel are they in, what situation in the game. Are they going to cover zero us right here, get us out of field goal range? It depends on when you say it like that, it seems like a lot, right? But the whole drive, what situation it is, all right, they might be playing these coverages because the point in the game that it is. I don't know, but that's where just the week leading up to it and the work you put in and knowing what the defense's tendencies are and just trusting that our guys are going to do what we're coached to do, just leads everything into the final play, like what happens that play. And you can outsmart yourself and all that stuff. I think that's the battle that bright quarterbacks run into. But like I was saying earlier, sometimes you just got to go throw a hitch out, right?